Fresh ground beef family pack, just $2.69 per pound, saving $1.30. Orville Redenbacher microwave popcorn, $3.19 for a 3-pack. Hot price on Lowry's seasoned salt, 2 for $5. Save $1.30 on Eggo waffles, just $3.99 for a 12.3-ounce box. Hot price on Pringles potato chips, 2 for $5. All stores are open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Thursday, May the 30th, 2019. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us. Topping our news, a call tonight for taxi operators to put their differences aside and become unionized. It comes after Transport Minister Zane De Silva announced he will be issuing special taxi permits to first-time drivers in a bid to ensure more taxis are operating during crucial times. As Tarai Trot reports, taxi industry veteran Sherry Lynn Pringle is calling for unity in the industry as the public puts pressure on government to allow in ride-sharing services like Uber to fix the problem.
Taxi operators back in the spotlight as government considers ways to ensure taxis are available during critical times and serving the needs of the island's visitors. One of the key complaints from the public is that taxis are hard to come by during the late night to overnight hours. Many have taken to social media to call for Uber or Lyft-style ride services to be allowed into Bermuda to provide competition to the taxi industry. Opposition MP Leah Scott is one of them.
I think that Uber or Lyft should definitely be considered.
However, not everyone agrees that letting in Uber is the answer to Bermuda's transportation woes.
Bermuda is not like New York or LA or anything like that.
Sherry Lynn Pringle comes from a family where the transportation industry is the breadwinner. She operates a taxi part-time and does not believe the introduction of Uber-style ride services here is the answer.
I'd welcome Uber to the extent that it may allow some people who have wishes of driving and serving the public. But other than that, I don't think Uber is the fix, and I don't think Uber is right for Bermuda.
She sees challenges with such ride-sharing services.
Right now, we have gypsy cabs, which we allow. If we do Uber, then those people who are allowed to run their type of business without any type of interference, although it is illegal because it's not covered under the Act, they would have to be wrapped into that.
Agreed. And
the government, under the leadership of the Tourism and Transport Minister Zane De Silva, is in the middle of a consultation process aimed at improving public transportation, including the taxi industry, to ensure taxi availability during times of high demand. The minister has pledged to offer special taxi permits to first-time drivers as a quick way of increasing the number of taxis on the roads. Ms. Pringle, who has been outspoken on the transportation issue for many years, concedes having drivers on the roads during the late night to overnight hours has been an issue.
We can be out there, for instance, I might drive 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock. And you go through Front Street and there's nobody needing a taxi. You go through Front Street the next hour, no one's needing a taxi. But once the club closes, everybody wants a taxi. And it's, I just don't think Front Street is set up efficiently to deal with the number of patrons trying to move at the same time.
Ms. Pringle has called for taxi drivers to come together and be unionized.
We didn't have it when the GPS was coming in. We don't have it now, and it does seem like there seems like there's something underneath all of this real sudden call for Uber. Just like bus operators have representation, just like police, prisons, and everybody else, I think it's time for the body of transportation, taxi drivers, minibuses.
And that was Tarai Trot reporting. In a statement this evening, Minister Zane De Silva says the feedback from his consultation process reflected what many already knew, that the availability of taxis at critical times remains a challenge. He points out that he has listened to the public, and to address what he called a worsening challenge, he announced that special taxi permits for first-time drivers, he believes it is the most efficient way to get more taxis on the roads, especially during the tourism season. The minister is due to meet with taxi operators this evening at 7:30 as part of his green paper consultative process. In other news, the Ministry of Education faced with more difficulty as the Bermuda Union of Teachers has called a membership meeting for 8:30 tomorrow morning at the Heritage Worship Center on Dundonald Street in Hamilton. It's unclear what the nature of the meeting is, but we understand all public school teachers have been invited to attend. As matters of importance to them are to be discussed, we have reached out to the Ministry of Education about this development, but are yet to hear back from them. As one teacher put it, the ministry will have to find some way of ensuring proper supervision of students for that duration of that meeting and possibly after. Meanwhile, Education Minister Diallo Rebane today held a press conference to provide further insight on the closure of the T.N. Tatum Middle School. As reported last evening, repairs to the school to address health and safety concerns will last about 10 months and cost $3 million. Today, the minister once again explained what the plan is going forward.
The ministry and the reports that date back to 2013 have confirmed the issues with the school, but also sadly confirmed the failure of the previous administration to address these concerns when given the opportunity during the school closure in 2017. These are also the same issues that have brought us to the place we are today, the place in which our teachers and our parents were made to feel as if their opinions did not matter and this should have never happened. I wish to commend the teachers and parents for standing up for the students and for themselves. Moving forward, we are in the process of relocating the students who would have been admitted to T.N. Tatum as M1 students for the next academic year, as well as talking to the current parents of T.N. Tatum students about their current school placings. The Ministry of Education will do all that we can to assist parents and students to ensure that their learning experience during the next school year is as productive as possible. Additionally, parents will be provided with vouchers as necessary to mitigate the pressures of having to buy new school uniforms for the new schools their students are attending. In regards to the future of T.N. Tatum, this decision to close the school at this moment is applicable for the upcoming school year only. As we move forward with our plans to reform education and phase out middle schools, the outcome of these discussions will frame the decisions to be made about the future of T.N. Tatum. At this point, I cannot say what will happen to the school beyond the upcoming 2019-2020 school year.
And as to a final determination on T.N. Tatum?
What we are in the process of doing is looking at our school system holistically across the board, and that means from preschool all the way up through high school, because that will inform our decisions, especially when it comes to us phasing out of the middle school system. Once we are much more advanced in those discussions, all schools will be in that discussion, and what will happen with them will then be made public. We will not be doing anything without extensive consultation with the public, especially our parents and our teachers that are currently within our system.
And as we also reported last night, parents of students enrolled at T.N. Tatum have been given forms to fill out advising the Ministry of Education as to which of the island's other middle schools they wish their child to attend. Minister Rebane explained how this will work.
Ideally, what the priority will start with students who are in the closest proximity to the schools that we will try and fit them into schools that are closest to where they are and move on from there. All of this will be known before the end of the school term. The school term ends at the end of June.
Coming up, the latest weather news and so much more. Stay with us.
Guys, come on! Guys! Hey, guys! Oh my God!
ready box, cloud DVR storage, more local channels on every device in your home. Get more with FiberWire TV.
You can count on us.
Save $1.60 on Purdue fresh chicken leg quarters, only $1.29 per pound. 1 pint fresh blueberries, just $3.99, saving you $3. ShopRite shredded cheese, hot price, 2 for $5 for 8-ounce bags. General Mills Honey Nut Cheerios, only $4.59 for a 10.8-ounce box. Save $1.76 on Planters dry roasted peanuts, only $4.99 for a 16-ounce bottle. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more weekly specials.
You can count on us.
Every home tells a story. Your story is all yours.
Big kid, too cool. I make my own rules.
Wherever you live, whatever your style, express yourself.
My style says what's up. Don't wanna ever grow up.
So many styles to help tell your story and create your unique dream home.
We're gonna stand out. Break away from the crowd.
Start shopping for furniture at U.S. prices today. Lifestyle Furniture is Bermuda's newest furniture store and is proud to be the home of the #1 furniture company in the world, Ashley Furniture. Visit lifestylefurniture.bm or stop by our showrooms today. Lifestyle Furniture, this is home.
Welcome back. Well, let's talk. No, we're not talking about ZBM's current affairs program. That's the advice from Transport Minister Zane De Silva to the bus operators and allied workers branch of the Bermuda Industrial Union. This as work to rule action continues and, according to the minister, could last into next week. But he hastened to add a solution is urgently being sought.
How severely has this situation impacted the public bus service?
Well, we won't know how severely until we get feedback later on tonight, Gary. But of course, it does affect our people. Do we like that? No. You would know some of the interviews we've had that one of my goals was to end the cancellations, and we've done a pretty good job with that in the past couple of weeks. It's unfortunate because I think that myself personally, the way I like to handle things, I always think that, you know, whatever differences one may have, you can come to an agreement. You just need to sit down at the table. People need to communicate, and obviously, I think that with there being a gap in the directorship of the DBT for a while, and you have a new director in place, he's finding his feet. I do think that what is needed is more communication. Certainly, I've talked to members of the union, and I've talked to the director. And I've said, listen, we all need to communicate more.
What was the nature of the meeting this afternoon with the bus operators and allied workers division of the...
It was just to do that, Gary. Put everything on the table. Let's have a discussion. Let's find out what the most important issues are, and let's deal with them. I can report to you that Colonel Birch and I moved our schedule around this morning, and we went and visited sites ourselves. So I think between the Colonel and myself, we'll get some of the more pressing issues addressed sooner rather than later.
How long before this work to rule is called off?
I think it's going to be, it's going to come, and I'll stick my head out a little bit. I think that we'll see it come to end between Tuesday and Wednesday.
Of next week?
Yeah, because once they do that, they book the schedules and the rosters all change and everything else. I think that we'll see it be done with by Tuesday, Wednesday.
And of course, that was Gary Moreno reporting. Turning to weather news, a warm, humid, sunny day today feels like summer is near. Let's go to AccuWeather headquarters now for the latest weather update.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
This AccuWeather forecast here on ZBM is brought to us by the good folks at the BF&M Insurance Group. We've had some pretty nice weather out there today. There are changes brewing, though, as we look a little farther down the road into the second half of the weekend. It will turn increasingly wet, but you can see it's been a fair weather type of day here for us. Satellite is estimating showers hundreds of miles to our north. They are not our issue. We've been around 78 degrees at this hour. Humidity is holding around 80%. The winds are somewhat active from the west at 10 to 15 knots, but they're not sort of strong enough to produce big waves out there. Really, we're dealing with waves on the inside only around a foot, and around the periphery of the island, 2 to 4 foot waves can be found. Water temps holding at 76 degrees. So because the waves are in check, we're not dealing with any marine warnings. Good boating weather for the most part. Just be safe as always. As we look at the tide chart here, high tide 6:46. Tide will be going out for most of the evening and hitting its minimum at 1:12 a.m. Tide comes back in at 7:02 Friday morning, and then we have another low tide at 1:02 on Friday afternoon, right in the middle of the day. Tonight will be a pleasant night, mainly clear. We'll get down to 71 degrees, and we will not have many complaints about that, I don't think. Looking at the futurecast here, this system across the eastern United States is going to get a little closer, and eventually that will produce some rain in our area at the end of the weekend. But in the meantime, flow from the southwest will pave the way for a beautiful day on Friday. Partly sunny, 79. Life is good with weather like this, so enjoy the ride. Down into the Caribbean, you can see there will be some scattered showers, maybe even a thunderstorm into Jamaica, spotty showers and even scattered showers into Barbados, and also down into the windwards into places like Trinidad and Tobago. No tropical threats, though. That's good news. Hurricane season officially on the calendar begins on Saturday, June 1st, but we don't expect to see anything too soon. We have had our A storm, that subtropical system that really did not produce many land impacts. So as we look at the gateway forecast for eastern North America, beautiful day in Toronto after some stormy times through the past few days in New York and into places like Boston even. It's quieter and very pleasant out there this Friday. Atlanta is not going to be as hot as it had been in the southeastern United States. Miami 91. Nice late May day into London, England, 71 degrees there. Bringing it back home, we have a fair weather setup for Friday. Very pleasant, warm, 79. Any showers would be really isolated. Most of us will stay dry. Now, things begin to change this weekend. Spotty showers begin to break out on Saturday with a more legitimate chance of more significant showers and thunderstorms late Sunday. They'll carry into Monday, and that system is going to stall nearby, so we expect to see a continuation of the shower and thunderstorm chances into Tuesday. You'll notice there won't be a whole lot of variation with our temperatures, though. Highs in the upper 70s, lows within a degree or two of 70 degrees. And have a great evening out there. Enjoy this nice weather.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
My name is Kevin Roberts. I'm a taxi driver / ambassador. My father's was BF&M, so am I. Half of my family always been seen to be with Bermuda Fire Marine. I tried a different provider at one time, but I wasn't too happy with the competition. Because then it took too long to settle claims. They questioned every claim, and I never really had that problem with BF&M. I'm quite happy with it.
I'm Michaela, and this is Taking Off. Over the past 18 months, Skyport has invested in the community with the objective being youth, education, and sport. One of our investments this year is the Fresh Start program. Fresh Start is the brainchild of Fresh TV's Elmore Warren. The program is currently in both Delwood Middle School and Impact Mentoring Academy. Yanni Hill, a student in the program, will explain how Fresh Start works.
Hi, I'm Yanni. I'm so excited to be a part of Fresh Start. Fresh Start teaches us everything about media arts. We learn about content creation, media production, script writing, public speaking, and so much more. We also learn about technical skills like camera operation, sound recording, directing, producing, and much more. Fresh Start opens our eyes to many ways we can express ourselves. The best part of Fresh Start is that it meets us where we are. It doesn't matter how young or how inexperienced, we all learn about participating and being valued members of the team. Thank you, Skyport, for supporting Fresh Start.
Thanks, Yanni. See you next time.
And you're watching the Thursday edition of Bermuda Tonight, and this just into our newsroom. A spokesperson for the Department of Education saying the department was informed early this evening that the BUT has called an emergency general membership meeting for teachers at 8:30 tomorrow morning. All teachers should be aware that the BUT has not requested time away from work for their members to attend this meeting. Therefore, teachers are not authorized to absent themselves from work, but are expected to report to school for the regular school workday. However, the department will work with the BUT in alignment with correct protocols to find a more suitable time to hold a general membership meeting rather than disrupt the teaching day for students. Meantime, a source at the Ministry of Education told us BUT demanded a meeting with the Minister of Education, the Permanent Secretary, and the Commissioner of Education for today. The Commissioner is out sick and request to postpone meeting was denied. The meeting was set for 4:00 p.m. at Bermuda College, but didn't show up because they said they were informed of location too late. The ministry is committed to meeting BUT. The issues to be discussed are items that have been discussed between Commissioner Kalmar Richards and Mike Charles mostly. Not having the commissioner present, our source said, would have not been productive as the ministry was not in a position to discuss or answer questions that have been the remit of the Department of Education and the BUT exclusively. Well, Earl Basin will have all the latest in sports in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.
Ready box, cloud DVR storage, more local channels on every device in your home. Get more with FiberWire TV.
What? You want to race? Rubber Duck Derby 2019. Raffle tickets now on sale. Bring the whole family. Presented to you by Friends of Hospice and Linda's lead sponsor.
Cal is back. He's been hearing about open internet and wonders if it applies to Bermuda. The short answer is yes. Open internet or net neutrality is the principle that internet service providers, referred to as ISPs, must provide access to all lawful websites and online data equally, regardless of whether you're posting pictures to Instagram, watching your favorite sports team, or even streaming movies from Netflix. Without open internet, ISPs could influence what you see and how quickly you see it by speeding up some services and slowing down or even blocking your access to legal content or apps. The regulatory authority is developing rules for open internet to protect consumers by making it clear to ISPs what they can and cannot do with internet traffic. And we'd like your input. Just visit rab.bm and submit your feedback by clicking on the public consultation for open internet link between May 20th and June 28th. Make sure your voice is heard.
Now let's join Earl Basin with tonight's sports package.
The season may be over, but Bermuda Football Association referees are still doing work as preparations for the upcoming season are underway, with FIFA instructor Rohan Thorborn on the island putting them through their paces.
It's a continuation of the program that we have been coming in to assist with, and I'm pretty pleased of the level that the referees are at presently. So you're seeing gradual improvement. What I'd love for is on leaving, there's the continuation of this program, so that in short order you have all these promising and gifted referees being successful.
How would you sum up where they're at as opposed to when you first arrived in Bermuda?
When I first came here and saw the referees, obviously there wasn't such a vibrant program. Now I am seeing aspects of something being done and seeing the gradual improvement of the referees. So I've seen a gradual improvement, and with the continued program and support, I'm pretty sure soon and very soon they're going to all be at that level that we want them to be at.
Many would not realize this, but coming from Thorborn, it is believable.
Unreservedly, Bermuda's FA is a FA that supports referees program and referees in the Caribbean the most. I've never seen any other country that supports referees like Bermuda.
We can confirm today that Janai Parent Chief will not compete again this season. In a social media post, Parent Chief's mother wrote, quote, his coach feels he needs to rest completely and get his body in order. His coach said that his main goal is to have him qualify for the Olympics in 2020. They have suggested he gives up high jump for now and focus on triple jump. His coach said that Janai is the most naturally talented person he has coached. He calls him a beast, but in order to get his full potential, he has to take a break this year and heal. Meanwhile, Trey Houston took to the track to compete in the Drake Relays. Houston competed in the men's invite 200-meter dash. Lining up in lane 2, Houston finished 7th, clocking a time of 21:88. The Wednesday night sailing series that starts and ends in the Hamilton Harbor continued with 23 boats going to the start line for race day 6. Nasty Medicine was the first boat to cross the line on the night, clocking a time of 54:04, but with their correct time of 58:59, so them finished 10th on the night. The next boat to cross the line was Smokin', who was clocked at 57:19, and with their corrected time of 52:59, it saw them finish first on the night. Air Force was second on the night with a corrected time of 56:06. This after they crossed the line in a time of 59:50. Yobster was third on the night with a corrected time of 56:31, while Passion finished 4th on the night, clocking a corrected time of 57:09. Back in Black rounded out the top 5 finishers with a corrected time of 57:30. Darry Rollins and his Sussex Seconds teammates ended day 2 of their second 11 championship South Group match against Middlesex Seconds, trailing by 139 runs with 3 first-inning wickets remaining. Due to rain, the match was called off at 3:30 p.m. with 82 overs lost in the day. Sussex Seconds resumed their inning on 104 for 4 after 23 overs, but only 22 overs were bowled on day 2, with Sussex losing 3 wickets and only managing 54 runs. Daniel Augustus did not have the start he was looking for as the Cape Cod Golf Open got underway yesterday. Augustus shot an opening round 8 over par 79. The Cape Cod Open is being played at the Earl Barnstable Fairgrounds Golf Course. Bermuda's volleyball teams concluded competing in the U.S. Open in Columbus, Ohio, with yet another day of mixed results. The Ace Boys, Bermuda's men's team, took to the court for the bronze playoff bracket division, and they defeated mediocre battle. Mallory and Denshart won the first set 7-5, but Cruz and Jimenez leveled the match at 1-1 when they won the second set 6-love. Cruz and Jimenez would then win the third set tiebreaker 10-6. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Price Rate is your one-stop shop with something for everyone. Household goods for kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom. Aisles of bulk groceries at value prices. A complete selection of fresh meat and produce, and an extensive range of frozen items to cover every meal. Wines from around the world, and beer and liquor at discount prices. Visit Price Right at our 2 locations in Pembroke and Warren. There's always something new and always something for everyone.
Come on, y'all, and sing it for me. Car wash. Woo, woo, woo. Car wash, yeah.
I'm Tony Waterman. Coming up on The Breakdown this week.
The countdown is on. Bermuda gears up for one of the biggest changes to the healthcare system in years. Healthcare finance reform is meant to contain or even reduce exceptionally high costs. But as the new rules get set to kick in, premiums continue to tick higher for some.
Everybody's healthcare costs are going up.
I know they're going to be going up from June onwards.
They have been going up over the past year.
We'll explain what's happening, why, and whether lower healthcare costs will ever be part of Bermuda's future. That's Thursday at 8 p.m. on ZBM TV 9.
Let's Talk is back. The TV talk show hosted by Gary Marino airs live at 8 p.m. on Mondays. Real conversations with key figures in public life, going beyond the sound bites to explore and contextualize current affairs. And there's lots to talk about: jobs, tax reform, our changing economy, education, crime, and the environment. Discussing the issues that matter in depth and with personality. A new studio, a new look, for a new season. That's Let's Talk. Live Mondays at 8 p.m. on ZBM TV 9 and repeated at 7 a.m. on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m.
And that's our newscast. I'm Diane Brewer. Thank you for sharing your Thursday evening with us, everyone. We appreciate you. Good night.
CBS Evening News this Thursday, a CBS News exclusive with Attorney General William Barr, why he said